Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in Osaka at a van show. Big dress-up van show. But this is not it. This is actually just the car park. Pretty much everyone here has a cool van, except me. Anyway, let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the Style Box Meeting 2025 Kansai. They often refer to vans as one box, because the shape of a van is one box, whereas a station wagon's two boxes and a sedan is three. Very early high ace here. That would probably be a 67 model. I can remember these ones, late 70s and 80s. And 90s and 2000s. Check out the interior on this with the big drift handbrake and everything. Drift するの? はい。どうぞ。あ、すごい。乗ってみますか？いいですか？いいです。ちょっと難しいかもしれない。I'm very comfortable here. Whoa, these are really narrow seats. This is awesome. かっこいいね。すげえ。はい、そうです。ラリーやってます。ラリー使ってます。So apparently this is a rally car. Wow, look at that cage. That is awesome. Got all the gear, the bright seats, the sparkos, and phone holder. ここ捕まってください。すいませんでした。すごい。はい、これはヘルメットのバッグですか？そうですね。はい、ちょっと聞いてきます。ちょっと待って。はい。この入れ物はヘルメットの入れ物です。ヘルメットです。はい、そうと思うか。かっこいいね。Alright, that was pretty unexpected. I don't know where I've been, but I didn't know people drifted high aces. Got the hydro handbrake on this one too. So evidently this is the Atmo engine you'd normally get in a high ace, with an HKS supercharger kit, centrifugal style. Cooler, oil cooler, Triforce. I remember when Trial used to do little Supras and things. I guess you got to go where the market is. I used to distribute OS Geekin in Australia, but I don't actually know anyone there anymore. The company got sold. So the missing Caravan. Pretty high up. This would be pretty good in Australia. So I just had this bit to turn the back seat into a bed. This is really interesting. Vans used to be purely about dress up, but now they're putting roll cages in them. Let's get down there. Yeah, I should have brought one of those. Once again, very much a racing theme. trouble with vans is there's always drum brakes in the back. A couple of exceptions. So it looks like it's got some old Celica tail lights moulded in. Although they put them in upside down. Interesting. Pretty epic flares. Fin drums. Probably off a Land Cruiser, I'd say. Very nice. Old Japan style oil cooler hanging right out the front. This is pretty cool. It looks like what they used to do to Skylines and Mark IIs back in the early 80s, late 70s. The big wide steel rims, evidently by BCAS. Imagine they do these flares too. Driving around all day in these tight racing buckets with what looks like about an 8-inch steering wheel would be a bit of a pain, but it looks cool. They've even got the old ducktail spoiler style on this thing. Yeah, and a couple of unnecessarily long exhaust pipes. That is really cool. It's a weird blend of what was popular in the early 80s and what's popular now. I'm going to have to walk up and down every row of this show, I can tell. Well, that had to happen. Scissor doors and gullwing doors at the same time on the vans. This will be really tricky come time to get rego. Not much on this car that isn't illegal. They even stole Lando Norris's old helmet from Miami. Hexagon of death. Brace on the master cylinder, improve your brake feel. ARC intercooler. Just in case you need to get your stuff somewhere pretty quick. Barona wheels are number 1 and SX seem to be number 2. Pretty cool designs. Turns out that the devil drives the town ace. Trying to work out what I'm looking at here. There's an airbag, pushes that forward. That must have another strut at the front to lift up the front, I'm guessing. This kind of suspension will be pretty hard on your rear door. This is これはターンエースですか？ああ、かっこいいね。 3-seat benches in here. これフロントのため。どのぐらいなんだけど。
9センチアップで着地スラム
スラムまで。OK。すごい。
ありがとうございます。
A lot of these cars are just running so they can keep their aircon on. Pretty hot here today. Oh, there's a minion down there. There must be a lot of cutting under there to make that wheel fit. Well, there you go. If you've got a deep steering wheel and you can't seem to reach the indicators anymore, there is a solution available. There's a big fake disc brake under that wheel. And this is one of the best paint shops here. The Zombie Factory. Quite a lot of glitter in it, if you can see that. There's our actual six-piston brakes, very big 2-piece discs. I wonder if those rubber duckies stay there when he's driving. I've got to get one of these see-through fuel caps. Okay, modern version of a SSR Longchamp. Carbon fibre exhaust strips. I'll get you a few gents. How's that for the steering wheel? Decorated like his garage. And some Hayashi replicas. It's quite cool. And another crazy oil cooler. I'm going to stop mentioning the oil coolers because they seem to be pretty common now. So these are a small cargo van called the Nissan NV200, but they don't have to be just a cargo van. They can define your entire lifestyle and personality. And naturally there's going to be some Itasha versions here too. Very wide wheels. Verone. Exhaust in 2 different directions. That's a pretty exact fit. Pretty clearly at this height you would not be able to drive it. little bit of a Lamborghini influence in that front bumper. Another reverse mesh style wheel. And these ones. Yep, Barones again. The van scene in Japan now is really what the tuning car scene was in the late 90s and early 2000s. I find an awful lot more people interested in this now than in Skylines and Supras and all that kind of thing. To be fair, they're a little bit more practical to use every day. Nice retro stripes there, very 80s. And they're still doing the thing where they put the sticker on backwards on the driver's side, or mirror reverse. Of course, almost all of these vans have got a solid rear axle, so the rear wheels sit up straight, while the front wheels tend to camber in. These tiny 8-inch steering wheels would make life pretty hard in car parks. We actually got this stripe style in Australia. I don't know what makes one a Caravan and one a Homie. Might just be a spec difference. Not exactly a van, but it started life as one. I've done a conversion from the front door back, basically. I should do a compilation of the most ridiculous steering wheels. That's some pretty heavy corduroy. What about base shot? Town ace. Town aceですか? Yeah. There you go, it's a town ace. It's pretty different at the front. Ah. いいね。
これはセドリ
あ、セドリックの
グロリアワゴン。
グロリア。あ。
Y30 です。
うん。言えなかった。ボイズですか？ああ。いいね。自分でやってたですか？
誰もやってないことやっちゃえみたいな。
猫かわいそう。
はいはいはい。行く男心くすぐられまくる。
So he did the sunroof himself? Because he'd never seen anyone do it before. Pretty cool. It's another high-ace. Nice. Living the dream. I see vans like this in Australia quite a bit. Full Milwaukee kit. Wow. I thought my neighbour had a lot of Milwaukee stuff, but there you go. Very nice trail collection. These are all custom timber racks. In case you need every single tool you own all at once. No Japanese car show would be complete without some takoyaki and karage, yakisoba. Oh, kebab even. Feel right at home. And some pretty good looking burgers. I'll hit one of those up a bit later. It's always worth checking out the car park a bit at these events. This one wouldn't have looked very out of place. There's Barone wheels again. Barone. 1980s replica wheels on all these vans. Motorbike style exhaust. If you black everything else out, the wheels really pop. Or you can go the other way around. Black Killer Whale Mafia. Hmm? Must be a new version of Yakuza. Functional Beauty, produced by CRS. Essex. Very nice. Little Pro Box. The retro seats. Wow, that's a lot of fake wood. Evidently this is a very big club for 200 series Hiaces. Evolution 200. And these are their sworn enemies. Shizuoka. Ideal for dogging. Nice factory Lexus rims. Result in an interesting look when you dump the car on the ground. Crazy wing style you used to see on these vans seems to have gone away. Now they're going for really big flares and really wide wheels. Maybe the police finally got sick of those big wings scraping the underside of bridges. And just as I say that, there's one. You see these at the auctions sometimes. People desperately trying to get rid of them. $20 years ago, these were really popular. Yeah, very nostalgic. Complete with a sideways door. Old diesel rattling away. Alright, I'll get back to my lane again. Yeah, gives you an idea how old the style is. Just some custom polished copper pipes there, look pretty cool. Some very complicated aftermarket headlights. These are a really funny shape. Basically a van, except for the very last bit, which is a truck. Super practical. Through mist. Is it like Soul Glow? Someone tell me. Nice exhaust. Compo. Put on the lower bonnet there to make the headlights look a bit more menacing. and a bit less useful. It's funny, they're like mud tyres but really small. PC Daylighter, who's old enough to remember those? Used to be on every off-road buggy. These Optima batteries used to be really popular in high-end car audio installations. Nowadays you need them to power your air suspension kit. So if someone says you can't fit 20s on a Suzuki Carry, they're wrong. They go straight on. Full exhaust. And arse. Nice pinstripes actually. Some gold detail on there. Another super jacked up Carry. It's actually a two-wheel drive, despite what the tyres suggest. This appears to be a Toyota Pro Box turned into a ute. Or a truck, depending on where you're from. So effectively top the front here as well. There's wheels in there at that height. Those wheels are a lot bigger than the front. Probably 19s on the front and about 22s or something on the back. Same setup as the other one. That's interesting, earlier style lights and a later style van. Bit of nostalgia perhaps. High and low, mostly low. Oh, fabulous. It's another brand that used to do mostly VIP cars. Yeah. So they're the ones making these Barone wheels. 20 and 19 inch. The only catch is they only come in a 6-bolt. 20 by 10. Minus 8. There might be plus 8 I think. 19 by 9. Not really crazy expensive actually. Pretty good. Here's the 17 and 18 inch version. Nice. And 9-spoke Watanabe style. MC9. 17 by 8. 16 8.5. So we found the source. Reverse mesh style, PBS style. Would you call that a work style? Not sure. I'm glad to see the white lettering on tyres has come back. Always like that. Well, if you've got any kind of 6-bolt car, now you got something to think about. Now that is a lot of work. It's made the rear doors half as long just to keep them, so that he could make this into a truck. Still have seats in the back. There's a lot of work to make a truck that you'll probably never put anything in, but very cool. Boxed outside on this IS. This is another extra long wheelbase. That's hit the ground a few times. 22-inch wheels, and look, they've got cross-drilled drums. I didn't even know that was a thing. Titanium lobster tail style on the intercooler pipes. Haven't seen that for a while. Seems the music taste of van people hasn't changed. I forgot my umbrella. Damn it. I've added a box and a fan, a bit of headroom just at the back there, boxed out the side to make that a bit wider, and the rear window. This must be this toy factory person. You only gain about 1 inch of width on the side, but you get the sliding windows there. Does it look like a stormtrooper or something else? Garage Kuma. Sad here. Jungle than beach. Anyway, 3-piece. Yeah. Not a gull-wing door, it's just a gull-wing window. And now we found the Essex wheels. The old style rivets, rivets on the seats, some nice old pinstriping. This one's actually quite subtle in some ways, no body kit really, just the pinstriping, but inside full custom trim, full custom dash, and that'll be beautiful brown leatherette, and look at that for a cross member. Bell. pollution will continue. They'll be happy. And from here you realise how heavily tubbed it is. There's some deep wheels. You can barely even see the tyres on them. This one's got genuine wheel woods on the back. And on the front. 6-piston. That is serious overkill for an automatic IS. But you've got to give it to him, that's one of the best ones here. These seem to be genuine R-type Watanabes in a 6-bolt. There's a ridiculous amount of poke. A stretch. Get the job done. 2 different colours. Oh, central exhaust.
多分ね、桃川優子にとってね、一緒にお台場で、そうですな、
Bad rucker. Yeah, that's a bit of bad ruck. Sorry for that joke. Hydraulics Trinity have been at work again. And painted. Another centre exhaust. Whether it's actually connected to the exhaust, who knows? I saw this one driving in. It was quite a bit higher when it was driving. So Trinity have been at work again. Love the stripes. There's very good use of colour highlights here. Take note. All little bits. And the whole dash. And the complicated exhaust. Pretty cool. Those are not really discs. A little plastic cover that you can put on the drum. It's light enough that it doesn't ruin the balance, I guess. And that's the sort of green that Lamborghini would be proud of. But even the speedo reset is a spike to match the gear knob. So I can see it. That's Dr. Style again. Okay. This Hiace has got a crown grille incorporated into the bumper, custom bonnet too, and an independent rear suspension. Yep. You can see a lot of painted bits of metal under there. Unfortunately it's so low I can't get a look at it. It's got one of these old style headlight conversions. Interesting idea. There's tartan on the seats. There's a serious amount of work in getting him this low. Well, that's what you live for. He's even had his favourite brands put into a billet plate. And a fully customised dash. Right down to the cup holders. Nice small diameter wheels, but very deep. Psychedelic tail lights. This one's quite pretty. Apparently 6 is the right number of taillights to have now. Looks like something Liberty Walk could make. And a fairly serious NV200. Luxury version. The ultimate 3 spokes. Let's get the full-on side skirts. Yes, us. Van. Don't see these very much anymore in Japan. Probably all broken. That's the latest stuff from work. Well, 1 or 2 new things. I got the cheeseburger. It's unbelievably hot, but it looks tasty. I think that is actually it. That's every car that's here. I hope you enjoyed that. I learned a few things. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. And I'll be back soon with some more content. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you later.